So so apparently my PC blue screens in Warzone. Honestly, think it's my cooler. I'm running a very small cooler for my CPU. So I think that's part of the problem. Because I really don't game much on this rig. This rig is really just there to run my build streams. I was like, I could use it. It's got a 3070 Ti and a 5700X. No problem, right? Apparently, if I'm gaming and streaming on the same PC, I can get it to blue screen. Right? So that's a new feature. So I apologize about the abrupt end of the stream if you were watching. Kind of funny how a PC builder's PC is blue screening. No, I think I actually had an overclock on my graphics card too, so that might have been the problem. Didn't really test it very much, so I think something got too hot. But now I have HW monitor up, so we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Oh yeah, my CPU is way too hot. She's running toasty. GPUs are actually running really good. What? I thought I had a beast. That's interesting. I'll save that one for later. I smell an upgrade here in the near future. Does anybody know how to get into just a random squad? Do you have to do the find party thing? Oh. Is it just me, or is finding a game mode obnoxiously ridiculous? Like, what happened to the old-fashioned, hey, I want Team Deathmatch, I just filter and go find Team Deathmatch? If I want to play a specific map, you could filter and go find a specific map. Now it's all just... bleh. I want hardcore, I just go hardcore and select the map that I want to play. Miss the good old days. What happened to the good old days? Actually, I don't think I've ever played this map before. Oh, hello. Wish slide cancel was smoother. Hello. I also don't like how it takes forever to aim down this thing. Loading. Oh shit.
Do not die here.
See, those footsteps should be louder. That's the kind of crap that I don't like. Okay. I saw the sniper in the back, but I thought... I don't know. How do you see me when I can't see you? Another portion of the game I hate.
Hostile UAV overhead. Enemy spotted.
I'm reloading.
Loading.
Is that guy seriously just sitting there staring at that window? Like, I just can't do anything else with my life except for stare at that window. Derpity derp derp. Derp derp. That guy is still sitting there staring at the window. Literally. Can't do anything else with his life. Must stare at the window.
Hostile UAV active.
Reloading. Loading. On your six.
That's what happens when you sit there and stare at windows. And this dude's up there camping too. This game is just a game of camping. Like, who can camp the best?
Reloading.
Friendly UAV on station.
Taking effective fire. Loading.
This guy's literally going back to his camp spot. Like he has a hard on for it.
Hostile UAV in this sector.
I saw the foot. Why didn't I look? Oh, it's just a foot. No big deal.
Reloading.
You lay down and then you just go invisible.
Taking fire. Avanti.
Reloading.
What just happened? Why did that come up on my screen? Apparently I panicked and was just mashing buttons. Footsteps, and no footsteps until he's like right up. I'm just complaining about this game. I'm just the whole time I'm playing, I'm just complaining about it. No footsteps until he was like right up my ass again.
Enemy down.
Friendly UAV online.
Target down.
Oh, damn it. I killed too many of my teammates.
We've secured the lead. We've got them on the run. Keep it up. Our mortar strike is inbound.
Blood for blood.
Mission is complete. Good work.
Terrible. That's what that was. That guy's got some balls to shoot right next to me. Just saying.
Free for all. Destroy all threats in the AO.
Of course there's somebody there. Why wouldn't there be? I actually don't remember this game mode. Is it free for all? That's why there's somebody up my butt.
Hostile UAV overhead.
I'm so bad.
Bajnia, hostile cluster mine active. Quick fix. UAV sending
Oh, I should have had that. Crawling around, little bitch. Guess the point of this game is to make as little noise as possible. What the fuck is that?
UAV ready for tasking.
The shotgun switch. Wife is inside getting ice cream, lol. Had to go pick up the groceries. Still dealing with the campers? Yes, I am. Well, now it's Hardline. And Hardline is just Campville. Look at this. There's a dude camping right here. That's right. I teabag you. That's what happens when you teabag people. But it was worth it. Still need a bigger scope. Can't see his head. His head's perfectly hidden. Why did I go back and look? I had to go back and look. Instant karma. Yeah, on the teabag. That's what happens.
1 minute remaining.
There's me, then a dude, and then another dude. Why doesn't the other dude kill that other dude?
Copy. UAV orbiting the A.
Nobody on this side.
Victory secure. Good fighting.
Ooh, I got third. I'm special. All right. Have you ever heard of a game called Beyond All Reason? I would like to introduce this really cool RTS game. Okay, gotta go again. LOL. All good, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get to, like... Run it? Well, let's launch it and see if we could stream it. This is fun, yes? Very fun.
They're probably...
Bad boom. Bad boom. Bad mic boom. Alright, I gotta fix this. So that does not want to capture, so we'll add another source. Then we cover up everything. There we go. A little better. So, we gotta do the same thing here. So I don't know if any of you've ever played this game before. We call it Bar. Well, I mean, Beyond All Reason. But it's pretty fun. If you're a fan of an older style game called Total Annihilation, then you would totally love this. So this is pretty fun. It's also a it's an RTS game, and sorry, my phone's blowing up. And it's like I said, if you played if you played Total Annihilation or Supreme Commander or similar games like that, it's more like Total Annihilation, except for it's a remake. It's not yet on Steam. You can go to their website and actually download this for free right now, and then you can donate to them if you'd like. But the game is pretty badass.
Oh no.
So, highly recommend it. If you haven't tried it, go give it a try. It'll eventually be on Steam. They are working to get it out on Steam right meow. Or at least it's got a roadmap to Steam anyway. So, they're making their way downtown. Let's see. All That Glitters is a map, and it's actually a pretty fun map. I just don't see a bunch of people landing in here. 8v8, so we need 2 more players, 3 more players now. Oh, 4 more players. Yeah, the server kind of seems, or that room seems kind of dead. Let's go find another one. 4v4, v4, v4, all welcome. What? That's insane. 4 teams of 4? He's a 1v1, dude. Yep, he's gone. Nope, right here. Speed metal. I am not doing speed metal. Speed metal is a crazy map where the map is made of a resource that, one of the resources, 2 resources that you need for the game to produce troops and whatnot. Speed metal is all metal. Metal and energy are the 2 resources you need. And the map also increases the unit speed, so units fly down the map, and it gets obnoxious. I'm not a big fan of the map. I would like to get into like a 4v4 or something like that. Maybe an 8v8, but they're calling for noobs only, and unfortunately my rank is too high. Maybe it's just 4v4. Oh god, no, it's definitely 4v4v4. Screw that. Oh my gosh. This one is 8v8, v8, v8, v8. That is just insane. And I don't want to do the co-op. So really, we just need to find a better server. We're just came in at a bad time. Well, let me just go ahead and run one against some bots really quick. I'll show you the game. I'll just kind of use that to explain the game a little bit. Oh, gotta get re-comfortable. There we go. And we'll do probably a simple map. This is a metal map. I'm okay with metal maps. It does speed up the game a little bit. Let's actually keep that off for a minute. All right, so what I'm going to do is just add an AI here. Barbarian AI. Make sure he's hard. And I'm going to put him on Cortex, also known as Core in the Total Annihilation, and Armada is ARM from Total Annihilation. So we're going to go ahead and just run these 2, and I'll show you what happens. We can walk through the game a little bit. So I don't know if you're an RTS player or not, but if you are, this is actually a really fun real-time strategy game to play. Especially if you liked the older style RTS games like Total Annihilation. They also made a Total Annihilation Kingdoms. They also, same makers actually made Planetary Annihilation. I think it was what it was called or something like that. And then later, Supreme Commander came out, and it was very similar, but it was a much larger scale. This kind of brings it back down, but still has a scale, meaning there are a ton of units you could use here. I don't know how loud this is going to be for you guys, so let me adjust the volume, actually. And I could probably...
Please choose your starting location.
Yep. I got it. Stop telling me that. we could probably play this. So, I have my commander. That's your main unit. Your main unit you don't want to die. Because if it dies in this game mode, it's game over. I'm going to play as... let's play as Cortex. I actually prefer Cortex. Wait. I prefer Cortex over ARM lately. But, as I was saying, there's two different resources that are important for the game. There's the metal and then energy. And there's a couple different devices that create energy and a couple devices that create metal. First of all, energy is probably the most important because you use that probably the most until you get into some of the bigger units while you're building. So I'm going to build some windmills, wind turbines. And you can also go up here and check to see what the wind speed is, because wind speed is actually different on each map. This one is just straight up 25 the whole time. So, you could do a pre-build before we start the game, but we just started the game. And I'm building 4 wind turbines, and then I'm going to build a couple of metal extractors, which are the cheapest way to extract metal, but it has to be on metal. So this is a all metal map, so I can place this anywhere and extract metal. But there's other maps where they only have metal patches, which limits how much metal you can make. But you can create a bunch of energy and then use what you call an energy converter that converts energy to metal. So then, you know, obviously in those other matches you want to build up your energy as much as possible so you can convert more energy to metal. And that supplements kind of that lack of metal. So now I am building a plant, which is going to allow me to build units, including construction bots. And this is a Tech 1 plant. Once you build your construction vehicle, you can actually build up more of your resources to then help you take it to the next level, to Tech 2, we'll call it. So I'm actually going to build one of these. My sound is
Battle paused.
really quiet.
Battle started.
Why is it so quiet? Let's just run that, and then where's my menu music?
Battle started.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it sounds like super quiet. But I'm gonna use my commander to help build this construction bot. And then I'm gonna tell my factory to build 5 of these. I held the shift key to do that. But I could use this guy to... You can see we're actually having some energy problems right now because we're using too much.
Power.
So I'm gonna build some more energy. I'm gonna use this guy to build some more metal. Again, I don't know why this is so quiet. The game is so quiet. These are pounders that I created. They're really good against many weaker units. So if you have just a bunch of little Tech 1 bots just running in at you, swarming, they're really good to defend against that. So now that we have more energy running, I can really use my commander to start pumping out this production. And you can see it builds way faster. Way faster. You can also tell your factory or your plant to, hey, I want you to go here as soon as you're done. So then your units start just going into autopilot mode. These are little mortar units. So we're going to take these three, just kind of go push forward. The enemy could have spawned on any three of these platforms here, but we have no idea where they actually spawned. It is smart also to build a couple of defenses, especially now that I'm moving troops out of my base or further away. So I'm just going to build a couple of these really quick, just to be sure. Hopefully the AI isn't completely stupid this time. Well, we already ran into something. And now there's debris here. I'll line up my mortars in the back so that my tanks can be in the front and provide some line of sight. We need this guy to move. Start moving. A little slow on Tech 2 here. He's obviously not over here, or at least so far. I'm going to use these ones to go down here.
Low power.
Power issues again. And then I'll use these ones to go up there, since they're nowhere to be found. I'm being a little bit more aggressive. Okay, here they are. You can see my mortar bots are a little bit weaker than the rest of them. I'm going to call these troops back here. Then we're going to continue the push. Looks like he's got some mortar bots now. There's his commander there. That's our target that we want to destroy. I'm just going to work on destroying his factory so he can't keep building. Build some metal. And some energy. These are bigger Tech 2 energy and metal extractors. So these are big boy tanks, Tech 2. They're super awesome. Oops. Must have told him to stop. Actually, we need one of these, and then we'll build some of those. Then there's also things like radar, there's air, and then there's naval. So there's, and then bots that are usually 2 legs, and spiders, and all sorts of crazy units you can build. That's actually an amphibious tank. Means it can go in the water.
Aircraft spotted.
He's got tanks coming from down there. I don't understand where those are coming from. These units can't shoot at things in the air, such as this construction bot. I'm hoping I can find his commander here, and then... Oh, here we go. Put an end to this. And there you go. We utterly annihilated the opponent. That is Beyond All Reason. If you haven't played it, I highly recommend it. That was against a bot, so it was definitely not as interesting as it would normally be against multiplayer people. It's a lot more strategic. So, it's a great game. Highly recommend it. Hey, thanks Adam for the like over there on Facebook a few minutes ago. Appreciate you. But just wanted to run a few games, see if my PC can even stream, game and stream. Figured it would. Ran into one problem. Pretty sure it's my cooler that's the problem on my CPU. Runs a little toasty. The cooler I know is too small for the CPU and too small for the workload that I'm asking it to do. But it was a CPU cooler that I was testing. I'm a fan of testing my own dog food before I serve it to other people. Not that I'm going to serve you anybody dog food, but just wanted to test it out. We're about 6 months into the cooler. Cooler's good for probably lower end CPUs, but nothing big like what I don't have anything that big. It's just a Ryzen 7 in there. It's a Ryzen 7 5700X. So, nothing too crazy. I just realized how loud the music was. But, again, thank you everybody for joining. If you did hang out for a little bit, I hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to maybe putting together a couple of games with people and streaming. So, streaming a few more, I guess, random things that people probably don't normally stream, such as Beyond All Reality. Beyond all reason. But there is no reality here. So, alright guys, GG's. Have a good rest of your evening and weekend. Hopefully have a good one. Hey, Mr. Duck, what's up, man? I was just leaving. Let me know if you ever want to run some games. Although, I don't know if you saw it earlier in the stream. My account is total bot count, so there's nothing unlocked. But I'll play some Warzone. Okay? Yeah, I haven't played Warzone 2 very much, so my count is very limited. So none of the guns are unlocked. And the ones that are just have like nothing on it. It's like bare minimum. So I have to grind my way out of that, I guess. Although I just don't have the time to like grind hours on that game. But I'll play casually and do what I can with what I got. When's the next PC build? So we do actually have one coming up on Tuesday. I believe Tuesday is when we're streaming next. Tuesday or Wednesday. Should be the next build stream. Nice. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things with the hardware lately. We've got different prices on stuff right now. Really good prices. If you haven't been paying attention to stuff, prices on games or video cards anyway have come down dramatically. So it's just so much cheaper right now to build a PC. 4090 prices also came down. I think it's like a 1%. Zotac has a card for like 1,599 RTX 4090. So that's cool. You know, RTX 4090 for 1,500 and something. And then RTX 3060s are actually the lowest price that they've ever been. Brand new. You can get a RTX 3060 for like $280 right now. It's crazy. Brand new. And I think that's due to the whole 4060 Ti performance benchmarks going, hey, let's make a card that's 2% better than the previous generation and then expect people to buy it. Yeah. That's how it works. NVIDIA. That's not how it works. You need to buy some PC parts. Well, let me know if you need any help finding any of them. We get cards for days, bruh. No, we don't, actually. I have a ton of GTX 1660 still in stock, and the value of them just keep dropping, so taking a huge loss on them. But it's okay. Not the end of the world. Part of the game. You think your streaming PC part list is overkill? Yes, I would agree that right now I am running my stream on a Ryzen 7 5700X and an RTX 3070 Ti. And I think my stream quality is okay. It doesn't take much to stream. You know, obviously if you want to stream on the same PC, you need a little bit of a beefier video card to get those frames. Because with my 3070 Ti, while I was streaming, I was hovering around 100, 120. And I know it can deliver 160 in-game without streaming, so we know that the, you know it takes a hit when you're streaming. But again, I mean, I'm not a professional gamer. I casually game, I enjoy it. I don't know if a Threadripper's overkill with a 4090 only to run the stream off of. Yeah, that's Mr. Duck, that is overkill. Not gonna lie. You can definitely run any Intel i7 or Ryzen 7 and up and be completely satisfied with the stream PC. It's just if you are doing video editing, that's where the Threadripper starts helping. If you're doing video editing on that stream PC, that Threadripper would help with rendering the videos. But I mean, even with like an i9 or a Ryzen 9, it's gonna go pretty quick. So it's kind of your call, but it is overkill. Oh, I've been sitting too long. Way too much sitting. KK. Got a bunch of NZXT flows back here if anybody's looking for them. I've got white ones. All white. All my black ones are gone. So I've only got white ones in stock. But I was thinking about doing a giveaway with those. See if anybody wants them. Yeah, I think that was a smart move. There's no reason to have dual 4090s in it. Cool. And it's, you know, I've got a big badass PC. You know, it gives you that bragging rights, but meh. Too much. Costs way too much. Just think about it, like a year and a half from now, or 2 years from now, You'll be able to buy a 4090 for probably half the price. The other one was to show. The other one, I was just going to eat it. I felt like eating a 4090. No, 40. I think one 4090 would be plenty in that system. Plus, I mean, you have two PCs running in your room and you think it's hot now. Or one PC and you think it's hot now. With two PCs, one of them having two 4090s in it. I can only imagine what it'll be like. It's going to be like 150 degrees in that room. Bruh. AC in the room. Oh, yeah. Did you get that AC in there? Nice. Nice. That's cool. Jeez, I don't know what other games to play. Not very good at games. I could be okay. Like, I have my moments. Like, for example, in Call of Duty, I'll have my flashy moments, and then from there, it'll just be a downhill night the rest of the night. I'll have my moments in PUBG, but I still panic in PUBG. Like, PUBG is one of those games where it's just quiet too long, but I enjoy it because it gives you time to chat while you're playing it. So you're chatting with the guys, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose, and everybody's getting knocked, and it's like, ah! And then I go into full panic mode. But then I'll have my moments where the whole team's knocked, and then I'll wipe a squad on my own, and then res everybody. So, it just comes out of nowhere. I don't know where it comes from. Just dig deep for it. I forgot how much talking it takes when you're not building. When you're building, you have like just things going on. And then when you're just streaming, you're literally not doing anything. I just have this thing looping. You have to talk. It's exhausting. I don't know how you guys do it. I'm just kidding. It's not too bad. Then you just break out some dance moves. Maybe I'll jump on later and play some Call of Duty with somebody. Let me know if anybody's playing out there. I'll play. Builds are light right now, so you don't have anything too crazy going on. I've got that crazy thermal take build that we're going to deliver tomorrow over in the Muskegon area of Michigan. About a 3.5 hour one-way trip. Another 3.5 hours back. So it's a big trip. So I won't be around tomorrow. And then, what else? That build stream possibly Tuesday or Wednesday, and I have a motherboard swap on Wednesday for a PC that we already delivered, but the motherboard Ethernet went out on it randomly, so we got to replace some board. And then I do have a couple of inventory builds I could do. We just sent out another inventory build that we had on hand for the fast ship or express ship. So I got another build I could do there. But it's been slow this week. Very slow. So, thought I'd throw one of these together. Yeah, the 4090 was going to get water cooled, but might just be way overkill, so might stick to one. Dude, just stick to one. You don't need to take the $1,500 or $1,800 and put it into something else. Like something else. Definitely my recommendation there. 14090 is more than enough, and it's actually overkill for your streaming PC as it is. You can do pretty much anything from a GTX 1660 and up, as long as it has NVENC decoding or decoder on it. Preferably probably one that supports the newer stuff. So like an RTX 3060 and up is what I would recommend, and you'll be more than happy with that. For a streaming PC, it just has to have a decent CPU in it, like a Intel i7, and then the RAM. Then you want RAM. You want a lot of RAM. So 16 is like bare minimum, but I would recommend 32 for a streaming PC. 32 and up. Into game. Yes. If you don't have a racing simulator, take the extra $1,800 that you were going to spend on a 4090 and put one of those together. Those are a blast. Especially the, I think it's next level setups. Those things are amazing. They're a pain in the ass to put together because they ship in a bazillion pieces. But they are absolutely sturdy and they give you the real feel of racing. Like, it feels like you're in a car. It's a pretty fun experience. I like sharing that. I've got it. Actually, you see that coat black thing back here? That's actually a next level racing simulator setup with a bunch of coats on it right now because I don't do anything with it. Oh yeah, that was already on the list. There you go. You could literally build the PC for 14090 and have an awesome racing simulator setup, PC anyway, and then an extra probably $1,500 for the frame, the wheels, the pedals, all brand new. You could probably find better deals used. But those are always fun. The racing sims. What's your opinion on the 4060? 4060 is maybe 2%, at least the 4060 Ti right now. We haven't actually seen the 4060 in action yet, but I guarantee it's not going to be much different than the 4060 Ti versus 3060 Ti, which is only 2% better. So the 4060 Ti, if you have a 3060 Ti currently, I do not recommend spending the money to upgrade to a 4060 Ti. There's 2% upgrade. It's garbage. Nvidia really did it this time. Lots of sarcasm there. They suck. I don't know what they were thinking. Hey, let's make a card that makes no sense to make. It's basically they took the 3060 Ti, cut the bus in half, added some extra cash on it, and called it a 4060 Ti. If someone has a 2060, yes. If somebody has a 2060, upgrading to the 4060 Ti, it would be an upgrade. But you could save some money right now and buy a 3060 Ti for like $350, $320 versus a 4060 Ti, which is, you know, the 400 plus. And you'll have 2% less performance than a 4060 Ti, but you just saved almost $100. That's what I mean by what was Nvidia thinking. Who's going to buy the 4060 Ti when you could buy a 3060 Ti for $100, almost $100 less now, and it's only 2% less performance? that comes down to like just a few frames. But yes, going from a 2060, if there are no 3060 Ti's available or 3060s, then a 4060 or a 4060 Ti would be beneficial. Yes. But for the 3060 users, which would be the ones that would be interested in the same budget card as a 4060 Ti or 4060 as an upgrade, it's not much of an upgrade, so makes no sense to do that. The only way you're going to get an upgrade there is going to a 4070 or 4070 Ti. But then you're doubling your cost, which again makes no sense. It was just such a stupid design. They sat there and they said, hey, we're going to cut the bus 16x to an 8x, but it's okay. We're gonna match it and do better with the cache that's on it. Well, it's really not holding up to their promises. In real life testing games, it sucked. Hey, Mystic Beast, what's up? Should you get a 4090? What do you currently have? Let's talk about that. No, do not, yeah. Well, we're going to talk about what he currently has, and then we will look at what he's planning to do, or what he would need the 4090 for. But my answer is the price of the 4090 right now is so high. I mean, think about this. Just like I was just talking to Mr. Duck over on Twitch. Same thing. He was asking, about the 4090s, or we were talking about them. But think about it. If you buy a 4090 now, a year or a year and a half from now, that 4090 is going to be half the cost. Is it worth it? It's an investment that is just going to continuously degrade. Not that I'm trying to talk myself out of like building PCs, people's PCs with people's PCs with 4090s. They're great cards. They're powerful. There's no lie there. You have no graphics card currently. I own the integrated graphics with the 5600X. I think you told me that before. Then no. So if you have the 5600X, the 4090 would be, the 5600X would be a complete bottleneck for the 4090, which then, if you have a 5600X and you don't currently have a graphics card, that tells me your power supply is not going to be big enough for a 4090, most likely, assuming. That's an assumption. So you'll probably have to upgrade your power supply as well. Let's move over here so we can stop staring at this thing moving, looping. There we go. So the 4090 in that build would not make sense. That's what it comes down to. Had to say goodbye. She's going to Grandma's house. And then we've got Mr. Max's butt right here. Mr. Max, what are you doing, bud? Alright, because my homeboy Heaven Bound told me I should get the 2060. He even said he'd pay for it like a real G. Yes. Bro, what? I did not. I have no part in this. Well, to be honest with you, a 2060, 3060, or 3060 Ti or 4060 Ti would all be good. I would recommend, if you want the best bang for your buck, it would be the 3060 Ti. Or if you wanted to go on the AMD platform, the 7600 is looking pretty good. That's coming out very shortly here. I will not fund you. Not a single penny on you. Oh, jeez. But RX 6600, 6600 XT, 7600. If you're looking for that budget card with the best bang for your buck, any one of those cards is going to be better than that integrated graphics you get going on. You'll be way happier. Bruh. I don't know. Trying to slap your bro like that live. Like, hey, this guy's gonna buy me a card. He said he would. He's an absolute bum. Like I said, I have no part in this. Get the 12 gig version. The 3060 Ti does not have a 12 gig version. The Ti only has the 8 gig version. The 3060 has an 8 gig and a 12 gig version. And the 4060 Ti has a 16 and an 8 gig version. Because NVIDIA wants you confused. They don't want to simplify it. Or just say, hey, we only have a 16 gig version, or we only have a 12 gig version. We're going to make one slightly cheaper and give you less VRAM, but still call it the same product. Oh, gotcha. I was only joking. You don't have to buy one from me if you didn't want to, but if you wanted to. But no, the PC market right now is so good for it's a buyer's market. So if you're looking to sell that PC, you're going to struggle. But you could just buy a graphics card and put it in there. I think that is your cheapest route if you wanted to save as much money as you could. So buying an RTX 3060 would be probably the cheapest, best option, in my opinion. It'd give you a little bit more performance than the 2060. But if you're on like a super tight budget, look at the Radeon RX cards. They will provide a great 1080p gaming experience as well. The RX 6600 and the new 7600 that is not released yet. Or is barely released. It's on its way. Is the dog for sale on the website? I'm sorry, but there's no money in this world that would get me to buy Mr. Max. Mr. Max is my loyal friend. He's always at my side. He's probably saying, hey Dad, 5 o'clock was an hour ago. That was dinner time. Where's my din-din? That's a lot of loyalty, dude. When I came over for a PC swap, Max was awesome. Thanks, man. He's a good boy. Literally, though, he's at my side 24/7. He wants to go with me everywhere. If I leave, he's there like, am I going? And I give him that look, and he's like, all right, I'll stay again. Literally, all I gotta do is pick up my keys and my wallet, and his eyes light up. He's like, can I go for a ride? Am I going with you? Am I gonna go for a ride? Let's go. I was curious as well on what are the specs of your PC. My PC that I'm currently running right now is the AMD Ryzen 7 5700X. I thought an X570 motherboard in there because I work on so many PCs, my brain just goes bleh. But it's actually a B550 by ASRock. It's a steel legend. I ended up with that board because I had to do an replacement for a customer, and I took his old board. I bought him a new one, and then I took his old board, RMA'd it, and then I had a board sitting here. And I was like, well, I'll just use it because don't really feel like dealing with reselling or putting it into another person's computer, because most boards that come back from the manufacturer are repaired boards. So I'd rather not put that into a customer system if I can avoid it. So I just ran it on my own. So I've got a 5700X, a B550 motherboard, which I need upgraded to an X570, or need to just go to another platform, period. Because I have more issues. I'll talk about those issues later, but I've got a 2TB M.2 drive, 32 gigs of DDR4 3600 megahertz, which is PNY Accelerate brand and series, and then an MSI RTX 3070 Ti with a 1000 watt power supply and a cooler that's too small for the CPU, which is a 240 millimeter AIO that I've been running about 6 months, and I'm not a big fan of it. And it's in a Lian Li LandCool 205 mesh USB-C case, so it's got good airflow. Just I need a bigger case and a bigger motherboard with a bigger CPU that supports more USB things, because my USB is overloaded. I've got tons of cameras. You thought I'd have a 4090. There's just no reason for me to have a 4090 in my PC. It's just overkill for me. I mean, I still run 1080p on my monitor here when I game. I have a 1440p panel back there and a 4K on the other side of the house, but I just don't game on either of those resolutions yet, and it's just expensive. And honestly, the only reason I have the PC I have right now is because half the parts in there are RMA'd parts that I had to deal with. Like the video card, I bought that 3070 Ti during the peak of the graphics card market. I bought it for $1,750, that 3070 Ti, back when they were worth like $2,000. So I had that actually for a customer's build who they decided last minute they weren't going to do the build. So then I was sitting on this card, and I said, by the time I got around to trying to get it into another system, the prices had fallen so far down. It was them worth only like $1,000 at the time. I said, I'm just gonna keep it, and I'll stare at my massive money loss on that card. So yeah, 3070 Ti's were like $2,000 at some point in 2021, I think it was 2021 or 2022. They were up there. super expensive cards. But now they're only worth like $400 used, or 550 new. So significant drop in price over the last couple of years. So instead of trying to resell the card and get my money back, I am just keeping it. I could look at it as a lesson learned. Don't buy the parts until somebody pays you. Or is fully committed. But it's a nice little PC for what it is. Allows me to stream a game on it, and it runs all my build streams too. So, and I've got, 3 other computers in the house, but this is my workhorse. Yeah, I guess the only complaint I would have on it is the B550 does not like you using tons of different cameras on the USB. The USB bandwidth gets used up very quickly, so X570 would have been a beneficial board to run over the B550 in this build, and that probably would have helped me a lot. But again, it was not a free board, but it was a board that was available that I didn't want to deal with, so I just used it. So, anyway, I'm going to be done for the day. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us and chatting. I appreciate all you. Like I said, I probably won't be on tomorrow, but the next build stream is going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, so make sure to tune in then. Maybe I'll jump on and run some games again. We'll see. Thanks, everybody. Have a good weekend. Take care.